a sense of the time, and we'll be giving you time checks throughout the morning. Also, we know that you're most interested in the school closings and business closings, and if you get your pencil and paper ready, we'll have those for you in just a moment.
Rita Cohen in Helicopter 4 as the light comes up. She's in Oakland over the Cypress structure. And Rita, what's the latest?
Well, we're trying to work our way over to the Cypress structure, Lloyd, but also trying to stay out of the way of rescue efforts. They may be using some aircraft in that area shortly for the rescue work. We have just been notified by air traffic control that the space above the Cypress section of the Nimitz Freeway has been closed to all but rescue aircraft only. So we're going to stay back a little bit and give them some room to work. We are just looking at an eerie sight, though. The Bay Bridge in darkness and empty right between Treasure Island and San Francisco. That's the span of the bridge we're showing you right now. And right below us, just about to go under the Bay Bridge right now, is one of the ferries, the red and white ferries that will be shuttling people between San Francisco and Oakland at Jack London Square all morning. So people on the ferries, but not on the bridge. Back to you.
All right, Rita, thank you. It is now 7:03 this morning as we're beginning to get the first indications of what happened. The morning after, it's October 18th, we should be talking about who won Game 3 in the World Series last night. But as I'm sure you know by now, the game was not played. There were 62,000 people at Candlestick Park.
And only a few, maybe one, I think, Linda, you reported one injury from a person hit by a piece of falling debris. But out of all those thousands of people, only that injury. No panic, she said, at Candlestick Park.
Pretty extraordinary with all those people, and they felt it. They felt it. The park moved around, and people at first thought it was a good omen for the Giants, as the cynics in the Bay Area who have been through a lot of quakes before would think that, but then they realized how serious it was.
I understand that there's just no idea right now this morning on what's become of the World Series, when they'll be playing the next game.
Or where.
Or where.
Also, I think if you have been with us, you certainly know that there was major damage to the Bay Bridge. The bridge, a large section of it collapsed yesterday. Carolyn Tyler is over the Bay Bridge, I understand, in a helicopter. Carolyn, go ahead.
Okay.
There she is. There we go. Carolyn Tyler, we see a picture. We see a picture of the helicopter. There you are, Carolyn. I don't know if you can hear us. We can see your face.
Daylight is just starting to come up. And I think as the sun rises, that's when the full horror is going to hit. We are hovering right now above the Bay Bridge, the upper deck, the east end, which simply buckled and gave way yesterday. Lieutenant Governor Leo McCarthy has proposed a major investigation to find out why this section of the Bay Bridge gave way. Geophysicists with the USGS have said that the damage to the bridge is likely due to its height. Now, last night on Channel 7 News, you may have seen a home video, very dramatic video, that an Oklahoma couple took. They were driving on the upper deck, heading east. They said that they had been told to go that way. Debbie and Thomas Kelly took some dramatic footage, and we've played it before. I hope that we can play it again, because that gives you a real sense of what happened on the Bay Bridge yesterday.
There were cars, a couple of cars also that slid down when that split occurred. And she's talking about the couple. They are joining us now. They are Debbie and Thomas Kelly. They brought their home video camera along with them to the Bay Area on a vacation from Oklahoma City. They just happened to be driving east on the lower deck of the Bay Bridge yesterday afternoon when the quake hit.
And at Yorba Buena Island, apparently they were misdirected. We'll hear a little bit more about that. They were misdirected to a road which led them to the upper deck, where a gaping hole lay treacherously ahead. They turned around short of the hole and turned on their home video camera to record the scene. What they shot, though, was much more than they bargained for. Take a look at the tape.
We're on the Oakland Bay Bridge. It's just a little bit after the earthquake. They sent us down here, surprisingly, in the wrong direction. There's another car. Gosh! That could have been us, but yeah, that could have been us, but we just turned around. Thomas, we need to go down there and help.
Yeah. Now, our understanding that you had been misdirected at this point, right? People just weren't aware.
We were misdirected. We were on the lower section, and when they were trying to evacuate the bridge, they directed us up on the bridge, intending, I suppose, to send us toward San Francisco, when actually a number of cars were sent toward Oakland and toward the crack.
Now, who was doing the directing?
We weren't real sure. The Caltran was evacuating the bridge, and I don't know if it was one of their men there directing us inadvertently.
It was a series of people up and down what looks like normally is an on-ramp.
In terms of life lost, the tragedy's focal point is the Cypress portion of a freeway in Oakland, where Mark Jones joins us from. Mark?
Evan, the search continues here. So far, we've had no success at finding any survivors tonight, but as I said earlier, they are planning a 24-hour-a-day effort here for at least the next 3 days until they've given up all hope. And earlier today, we talked to one of the many, many volunteers. He didn't give us his name, or I didn't get the name anyway, but he told us that he's been in there struggling along with everybody else because he thinks it's worth it. Here's his comment.
It's too high a risk to get in there. We've crawled in where we could, and we've jacked the area and sent in emergency teams to take pulse readings and vital sign readings on anybody that we thought was possible a survivor. As of yet, we haven't found a survivor. And every time, you know, your heart's up, you think you might have something, and you know, nothing. What's it look like? It looks like hell, man.
It looks like hell. The men are exhausted. So far, many of these men, of course, have been here since 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock last night. They have no idea when they're going to get off, but they're back in there working every moment.
Mark, tell us more what's going to happen overnight over there.